this is the beginning of the fall feasts of the holy season that God established in the Bible times. This is the Feast of Trumpets. And so I asked the Lord last night, I said, Lord, if you want to tell me something, could you tell me something in a dream? Because last night I was just really tired. And I said, Lord, if you have a word you want to deliver to the people, just give me a dream and let me know. And sure enough, I had a short little dream. And so I will be sharing that with you on this episode of Hearing God.
Tell me.
I hear you.
Is it you?
Is it you? Hey, I hear you.
Test day. That's what I'll call this dream. So my dream is of being in a school, and it is like at the biology room, and it was test day. So I was nervous of how I do, but then the teacher explained, because I was having some dialogue with the teacher. And so they explained that the final score was, for the class was based on a combined score. It's an average of all the tests combined. And, that makes sense anyhow. But, so, in inquiring with the teacher, I found out it was always going to be the same test to be taken. So then, that changed everything. I was optimistic that each time I'd get an improvement. I believe the test answers, and a dream, I believe the test answers are to reflect life. Isn't that what it's always been? And the biology room, biology is also called life sciences. It points to something experiential that we must endure. It's like things that happen in our life. This test is, is an experience thing. So I have a scripture for you, Deuteronomy 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to witness against you today that I have set before you life and death, the blessing and the curse. So choose life in order that you may live, you and your descendants. But it's more than life. If you go on in the next verse in Deuteronomy 30, verse 20, to say, it says, by loving the Lord your God, by obeying his voice, and by holding fast to him. For this is your life. This is your life. And the length of your days, that you may live in the land which the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give them. So, warning. Tests are coming. If you want to say, what's going on with this dream, what's the message of this, this year, 2009, and the new year for the sounding of the trumpet, its tests are coming, and you say, duh, nothing new under the sun, we need. You hear it everywhere. So maybe God he needs to say it a little louder or a little more often. I don't know. So we need to turn our face to God as a nation here, obviously. But, if you really pay attention to this, I was asking for this word, the Day of Trumpets, but, it's like that's this timeline, this calendar is what the true church should be following. So look at it another way. Is this, a message for the true church? So hey, you that call yourselves children of God, how do you view those tests? Do you look at them with anxiety and fear, or do you look at them with optimism as a chance to refine, a chance to improve? God is speaking to us, church. So, have you ever had to hand wash an article of clothing before? Now, come on. You don't just put soap on there, bring it together one time, rinse, no. If you've done this before, you know this is a process. A rinse, repeat, maybe some soaking in between, but you do it till the spots are gone, or you have to throw out the garment or use it as a rag, because else the haze of that spot would be embarrassing. Are you listening here? Are you listening? Without spot or wrinkle, are we looking forward to getting out that spot? We should be very looking forward to getting out that spot. You better look forward to it, because, more scripture for you, whom the Lord loves, he chastens and scourges every son whom he receives. And that's in Hebrews 12, verse 6. So, we have to look forward to it. Did you know that is our wedding garment? And you have two choices. Get out that spot or throw the garment away. But don't you know you're not going to be able to just pick another one up at the store? No, the store is closed. How do I know? I got some other parables for you coming up. With each rinse and repeat, with joy, we should be exclaiming, see, look here, you can't see it so much. It's going away. So get out the soap and enthusiastically wash it again. Didn't you know Jesus is an environmentalist? He doesn't like to throw anything away. Everything in his plan has a purpose, even those seeming bad or hard times. As the sun is setting and the light is fading, can you see yourself? Oh, look here, I can still see this spot. When I hold it in an angle, let's get out that soap again. We'll get it this time. We have to get it out before all the light is gone, and then I won't be able to tell anymore. The garment has to be spotless and then dry overnight. You ever been in an emergency situation where you needed A to happen to B to happen to C to happen? That's kind of what this is. We have to focus so hard on getting that spot out now, while it's day, while we can see, because there's going to be that period where it's going to have to dry overnight, and then boom, there it is. There is the wedding day. And so, you're going to try and rinse it in the morning or something and go wet? No, it's like, God said Jesus says, the parable about the banquet, the ones with the proper attire are welcomed in. The others that aren't proper. So, no, the ones that are too proud think they know it all, think they'll just pick up another garment at the store. Whoops, that was wrong revelation. I'll just pick and choose one of the other flavors here in the cheese case. But that's not how it's going to be, is it? You can't even buy oil this late. That's the other parable I was going to bring up. I thought, wow, this is just some good stuff here that the Lord's bringing into this. You can't even buy oil this late. Every man to his own lamp. Do you have your own relationship with Jesus? How are you looking at the test, bride? How are you looking at the test? It's a process. It's a great process. Revelation 7:14. These are the ones who come out of the great tribulation.